Going live in
Then
3,
4, 5, 4,
3,
2.
2, 1.
No, they don't say 1.
Oh shit, they don't. Yeah.
I know.
You see, somehow the world will change for me. It's a wonderful.
Wonderful. Bro, my childhood, man.
We could just
God.
include all of that in the intro.
Oh no.
We could
Yes,
if we want.
let's
Oh
do
my
it.
god.
I'll just
Do it.
include Rob like soloing. All right, but we'll start in now, I guess. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the It's Pizza Time podcast. I'm your host, iNDiGO. Today I'm joined by my co-host, Victor.
Hello.
My co-host, Taps.
Hello.
And our very special guest, Rob Gasser.
Hello.
Also known as Kid Trevor, believe it or not.
Whoa, oh my god. 2 names?
And,
2 aliases?
whoa, that's crazy.
Whoa, that's crazy. Whoa.
Yeah, okay. So would you want to, like, give a quick, I guess, explanation to who or what you are? Like, who or what Rob Gasser is, Kid Trevor, etc. Like, so people, can familiarize themselves.
Okay. Well, I am a producer who produces music. No, so I have 2 projects. My main project is Rob Gasser, which is my name, where I focus on drum and bass and other melodic bass music, basically. And Kid Trevor is a project that I started earlier this year, which is solely for bass music. So dubstep, basically. I recently made the decision to split off my dubstep music into a separate project because I noticed that my general fan base doesn't really vibe with my dubstep, but it's still music that I really enjoy to make. So I decided to split it off and treat Kid Trevor as a separate project. Yeah.
All right, sick.
All right.
Sweet and concise. Fucking, all right, we'll just go, like, straight into the precursor question.
The all-important question.
Yeah, you better have studied
that
for
we
this.
ask everybody.
Yeah, you better have studied for this, Rob.
Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Thin crust. That's important. Thin crust pizza. And while I do enjoy just a regular cheese pizza, but sometimes I also like some ham on it. Sometimes I like, pepperoni is one of my favorites actually. Like pepperoni pizza, A tier.
Man of class.
Yep.
I mean, pepperoni is actually pretty fucking fire. Like in most scenarios,
Yeah.
It's
Especially
like
on a thin crust.
Yeah, you can't go
Yes.
wrong with pepperoni. I mean, thin crust is like I feel like thin crust is just like superior for most types of pizza. It's like,
It has to be from a good oven though. It's like wood fire oven or just like a really hot oven basically. So like making thin crust in an oven, like a home oven with just like pre-made dough is not the same. Like I kind of want to invest in a pizza stone, but at the same time it's like really it's an investment, and then also I don't think I could use it in my in this house that well. Maybe that's a thing for the future.
maybe. Honestly, if I could get a pizza oven in like my dream house, it'd be fucking epic.
So like,
Just
the
a
whole
giant wood fire oven.
Yeah,
the giant brick, like in your backyard, just having a giant brick oven.
that'd be fire.
There are some good portable pizza ovens that for the backyard. I've seen a few. Like I I do watch a lot of food YouTube, so like I see a lot of videos about like people making pizza, like Neapolitan pizza in their backyard or at home. It's like some of them have these like like small pizza ovens that they're like maybe like $500-$600, and they work pretty well. So maybe that's something you could look into.
Yeah. You also have to make sure you have like the right kind of dough. You gotta have
Mm.
good dough for your pizza. And it
And
has
you
to be
guys-
like spread out well enough. Everything.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that you also need to know how to actually make the pizza too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's important.
Hey man, that's what food YouTube is for.
I feel like
There's
if
so
you-
much
If you have enough
content.
money to put like a nice oven in your backyard, which is already two things that I probably will never have in my future, you probably have enough to fucking hire someone to make the pizza for you.
Or teach you to make the pizza.
Yeah,
Get
that's
Gordon
true.
Ramsay
Dude,
to come
I'm just
in
gonna,
and tell you how to
dude,
make
I have
perfect
Gordon Ramsay on staff, bro.
pizza.
I just have him on speed dial for whenever I have questions about how to make my pizza.
Right, okay.
And he just yells
No,
at me through
you
the phone.
do not.
Yeah, he just yells at me through the phone a lot. It's like Stockholm syndrome. I just get like, it's like he fucking like beats me, but I love it. It's great.
That doesn't sound like Stockholm syndrome. It sounds like a kink, to be honest.
Isn't that what isn't Stockholm syndrome like when they kidnap you and you just fall for the kidnapper?
I think that
Pretty much.
happens like way later on though.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure what exactly I forgot the definition of Stockholm syndrome.
I'm pretty sure
I
that's.
thought it
what
was
is.
like, yeah, like basically you become dependent of the kidnapper.
I think it's like you just.
Oh, let me-
Han, I'll look on. Someone look it up. Someone look up what Stockholm syndrome is.
Stockholm syndrome is a condition in which hostages develop a psychological alliance with their captors during captivity. Basically, that's the first sentence from the Wikipedia page.
All right, that's enough.
That's enough. That's good enough.
Enough knowledge.
Well,
This
Fact.
this podcast is supposed to be low brain cell count. So
I mean, clearly,
Yeah.
I'm just giving some people like food ASMR right now. I'm eating like
What were you eating just then?
I'm eating leftovers from my Carl's Jr. from yesterday.
Yeah, I remember that you had the Carl's Jr. like cup with you.
Oh yeah, no, because I had Carl's Jr. the day before as well.
Oh my god, dude!
Bro, I don't even know the last time I've ever even been to Carl's Jr. That's
It's
crazy.
been years since I've been to Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
I
I've
ordered
I've never
one
been
thing.
to Carl's Jr.
I ordered
I've been
one
there
thing and
once.
it was like, this one thing is good. But I've heard everything else is shit. But this one thing is good, so I'm gonna keep ordering it.
It's been a
Fair enough.
minute since I've had Carl's Jr. Same thing with like Five Guys. I really miss Five Guys. I need to go just take a trip, go get some Five Guys. They
Yeah.
throw so many like
Um,
extra fries in the bag. It's gorgeous.
I haven't been to Five Guys in a long time as well, but like I had it once the last time I was in the States, which was like 2 years ago ish. But they also opened some Five Guys locations in Germany, so I went to one in Germany, also like 2 years ago ish.
Or
It's pretty
they're
good. Like
are they-
I
they're-
kind of miss it.
they can't be the same, can they?
They
don't-
have. Go ahead.
It's similar. I think it's similar enough. It's just more expensive because, like
Mm,
ingredients cost like that's a different cost here.
yeah.
Like,
That.
everything
That-
costs more.
Yeah, I was gonna say also the quality is probably slightly better because at least in the U.S. we have like our food laws are pretty trash.
Yeah.
You can literally just throw as much sugar as you want in a cup and sell it.
It's like that's why
So-
No,
every McDonald's
KF
I've been to, like out of the US, has been like fucking phenomenal. But like the US McDonald's
Yeah.
are like dog shit.
I noticed that the fries are like a lot more greasy in the States, like in a McDonald's. Like in Switzerland, they're pretty good. Like I'll say.
Because they're catering to like the people who actually go eat there. You know, like in
Yeah.
assuming like in Europe, people don't want to have their food dripping in grease. So,
Yeah, but like people here still think that it's garbage, anyways. So.
Right. Yeah. Same. Like I
Yeah.
try to avoid fast food as much as possible, to be honest. But you know.
I'm the opposite because college and
I mean, I'm in
low
college
budget.
too. but you know.
There are two kinds of people.
I eat way too much Whataburger, which is like a thing down here in the South.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude, it's fire. And it's open 24/7. So I could go there like 4 a.m, grab a burger, you know, or just like whenever me and my homies would be like, you know, drinking or something, someone would drive us to Whataburger, and it's like the best drunk food at like 3 a.m.
Man.
I've seen one Whataburger in my life, and it's like fucking like 20 miles away from me, and I've never been, and I'm not sure if I'm like down.
I'm not sure any Whataburger outside of like Texas and Oklahoma would be any good at all.
I mean, if it's like a South food, it's probably not so much.
Yeah, yeah,
What
it's
about Cracker
very
Barrel?
much Oh my god, I haven't had Cracker Barrel in a minute.
Bro. Because I used to live in North Carolina, so like when I lived there, like there was one like really close by to me, so we'd go there all the time. But there is one here, at least in California, but it's like the only one I've seen, and it's like at least like 20 miles away as well.
Rob,
Cracker Barrel breakfast is fire.
I can imagine. I mean, I've heard good things. Rob, are there any like Swiss places that are like, you know, exclusive to like Switzerland? Or at least like
really,
Central Europe, like region centric?
I don't think there is like a lot of. If there's a fast food chain in anywhere in Europe, it's most likely from the States. Like I can't think of any exclusive Swiss fast food places I can think of, except for there's one. There's one fast food chain called Chicoria, and it was basically that was basically like one of our major supermarket chains' attempts to like emulate KFC, because KFC, we do have KFC in Switzerland. We have like 5 locations in the entirety of Switzerland, but like they try to also like make a chicken based fast food place, and it's pretty alright, but they don't actually do fried chicken. Like they'll do grilled chicken, they'll do like chicken burgers or like maybe fried wings, but like they don't actually have proper fried chicken. It's just like a market that
Man,
like
imagine
which is
opening
like
a fried
something
chicken
that-
shop and not selling fried chicken.
it's not a fried chicken shop, it's just a chicken shop. See, that's the thing.
That's dumb.
But yeah. KFC opened in Switzerland, and we have like in the entirety of Switzerland there's like one like geographically there's one up here, two like somewhere in the middle, and then like one down here, and something like this. Oh wait, wrong. But anyway, it's like spread all over Switzerland. It's like we're a small country, but it's still like,
I'll just have Eswin put up a map of Switzerland, and just like drop pins somewhere.
they're like a major cities, pretty much.
Mm.
You're
We
just
only
looking.
have like 4, 5, 6 major cities.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the prices are astronomical. So like, you know, a bucket, like a family bucket of chicken, it's like 12 pieces or something, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think.
It
Yeah.
might be more.
So-
than that. I mean, if it's American,
A
it's
fucking-
probably more.
I don't know. It's basically a bucket of chicken. That costs like $45.
What
Bro,
the
what?
fuck?
Yep.
Like
What?
dollars
Or 35, I don't know.
American dollars.
Swiss
or,
francs.
Okay.
Swiss francs.
What's
I'm gonna look up the menu again.
but what's Swiss francs to dollars?
It's about 1 to 1. Actually, a little less. Like since
It's
Okay,
$1
so
and
it's
10 cents.
still an absurd amount of money. Gotcha.
So
It's
35
crazy.
Swiss francs is 38 USD.
Man, this fucking menu is on the side. Let's see. Yep, a family and friends bucket. I think it's more. Oh wait, no, okay. The original bucket is 35 Swiss francs, which is
Oh my god.
fucking
$37 USD.
Yeah.
For a one bucket.
for a bucket.
You could get that for like $12 here or something
Exactly.
like that.
It's just like because of the prices. Because chicken is like meat is way more expensive here.
It's really weird.
But I don't even know if they get it from here or if they get it from somewhere else. I think they actually outsource the meat, but it's still really expensive because everything here is expensive. That's the thing. Like everyone raves about Switzerland. Like, oh, it's such a beautiful place. It's such a beautiful place. Oh, everything, like they have mountains and whatever and chocolate and this and that. But then you come here and you go to the airport. Like you arrive at the airport, then you want to buy a bottle of water. It's like $5.
Yeah, you're like,
Hey.
you immediately get to the airport and you're like, why is this so expensive?
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
then
like-
you walk outside and, it
And then
doesn't
you're
get
just
any
like,
better.
and then you're like, oh, this is just how it is here.
It's like water bottles at festivals.
Yeah.
You know,
I
you
was
go
about to
in,
say,
and
yeah.
it's like a $10 water.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's a
fucking
club.
$10 slice of pizza at
Basically.
fucking the Hollywood Palladium. Stupid. It's like Disneyland.
No, like in the clubs I played in Switzerland, like a fucking cocktail will cost you like $20.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The only cocktail I've ever had that was $20 here in the states, was at a decent bar, and it was an insanely good cocktail because they put like super expensive stuff in there because it was a $20 cocktail.
Yeah.
If I went to any of like any of the venues or the clubs while shows are happening, it would be like shit tier liquor but super expensive.
Yeah.
Mm.
They have like Red Bulls and like water on hand. It's like $5, $7. It's fucked up. I mean, it's scarcity, right? So the second you step in that door, they're like, "Yo, we have you. You guys can't leave. If you want this, you're gonna pay for it."
Mm-hmm. I mean, the last time I was in a venue was when I saw Excision in Oklahoma City back in March, and I ended up I'm pretty sure Excision like talked to the bar staff and was like, "Yo, keep water cheap." And it was like a $2 bottle of water, which was tight.
Shout out to the security guards that, at least in LA, some of them will hand out water in the front.
Yeah, like they'll just give
Yeah.
it out for free because they know it's like you're probably not gonna be able to like make it weasel your way out of the crowd.
Mhm.
And they also know for a fact that some people like me won't, like, regardless of how I'm feeling, I'm not gonna fucking get out of there. I'm like, I paid
Yeah.
for this. I paid a lot of money. I'm not
The
leaving.
second you leave the rail, you can't get
Yeah,
back
you're
on
never
unless you have a
coming
friend there.
Yeah, I like when I was at Excision, that was a sold out show. There were tons of people there. But like I was at the rail for the entirety of Champagne Drip set, which was the first set. And then we moved a little bit back from the rail, but still at the front for Woolly's set. And then I said fuck it and left towards the back during phase 1. And then I stayed in the back for Excision because I knew there would be lasers and I knew it would look cooler back there, and it did. You know, you kind of could take it all in.
Same with the Nightmare show, because like when you're in the front, you can't really experience all of it. Of course, I mean you can experience the music and you can experience the rail and just everything,
I mean,
but you don't see all the
yeah.
lights and everything that went into it.
I would have
Yeah.
loved to be in the front for the entire thing though, but like
Yeah.
everybody was like, nah, and I was like, okay.
I've done that the second time I saw Excision. I was at the front at the rail the whole time. I ended up missing a lot because it was just out of my field of view. Like I didn't know how crazy the lasers actually were until I saw pictures of the show later. I'm like, oh, I missed out.
Yeah, when I went to go see Deadmau5, I went to see him 3 times because he had 5 shows in LA. So for the first 2 shows, I basically sat in the front the whole time. Like one show, I went by myself on like a Wednesday, and then I went with Marco on Friday, so we both were in the front. And then that last show, I think it was either Saturday or Sunday, I was just in the back, just chilling. I was just like low key, just like taking it in, like looking at all the lights and stuff. And honestly, it was kind of better from the back, just because he was sitting on the cube and he's kind of far away anyway. So it's like you can't like really interact and stuff as much as you normally can with other artists. But
Yeah,
the lights were fucking crazy.
it was the same for Excision's last, like the last tour he did, and the one I saw. The Evolution tour stage was incredible. It was a massive stage, like 4 layers of lasers and stuff, and he was pretty far back, so it wasn't like a whole lot of interaction there. Versus when I saw Front Case in November, it was practically flooding outside. And so there weren't a whole lot of people in the venue. It was already a small venue to begin with. Like there was actually space at the rail, which was the craziest thing. I never saw that. And being at the rail for that, and he's like 2 feet in front of you, like right there, and where everyone's just vibing. That was a completely different, different vibe. And
Yeah,
very fun.
I love the smaller.
I like a
venues.
mix of both. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like at least there's a venue here in LA called 1720. The only like the location of where it's at, shit. The venue itself, great. But whenever you're at a show,
Victor just
they're
has
like
beef
5 feet away from you.
1720, dude. He just hates
Huh?
them. He just hates. He just
Dude,
hates.
the commute to
1720.
get there sucks. The commute out sucks. Just being there, like outside. Because for reference, this place is like like so close to Skid Row. If you guys know what Skid Row is in LA, it's like homeless people. Like literally, when you're standing outside, it smells like piss and shit everywhere. It fucking sucks. And we went there for Dylan Francis, and we were waiting outside for like 2 or 3 hours. Just like, and you're just kind of sitting there, and it smells fucking terrible. And then people like, I can't say this is for every show, but of course, for the most part, drug culture is fairly within EDM. These dudes were like in front of us, postmating bottles to the line. So, yeah. And because they couldn't drink like in the club, like unless you bought stuff, so they were like they had Postmates bring them bottles, and then they would drink it right before they got into the club. And they're like, "How are we gonna bring this in?"
Isn't public drinking illegal in the States?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
It was that sounds like a huge risk.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I
This
mean, they
reminds
did
me-
it, so
This reminds me of this one time. I was in line. I was at fucking Six Flags in California, and I was in line for this one ride, and my roommate didn't want to do this ride because it's like one of those rides that like drops you, and he doesn't like that.
fuck that. Yeah.
And so I see this guy enter the line through the employee door. He just goes, "Shh." I'm like, I'm not gonna rat you out. I don't give a shit. And then we ended up, being lifted up on this ride, and he's next to me. He just pulls out a plastic bottle of Smirnoff. He's like, I'm like, fucking full send, yes sir. And then he put it back into his pocket before we got dropped.
Holy shit!
That's fucking
That's wild.
funny,
I
but
thought
I don't
you-
think that's the best idea either.
I thought you were gonna
No,
say
it's
that.
not.
I thought you were gonna say that he like pulled it out, opened it, and then they dropped you, and then like everything just like shot out of the fucking.
Oh no,
bottle.
we were like just chilling up there for a while before they dropped us. He's like, "Yo, Smirnoff." I'm like, "Hell yes."
Guy could have just fucking drugged you.
You might have just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? You might still be drugged to this day. It might have just been like
Yeah.
fucking. Just like it took like 5 years for it to like go into effect.
Butterfly effect, it's that one choice brought you to where you are today.
It was a small dose of anthrax, is what it was.
Hmm.
Hey, but you only live once, right? Fuck it.
Full send.
Mm.
Fucking. All
Dude.
right. Well, we've been here for 20 minutes already talking about fucking shows and food. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the reason we're here, being Rob and his music. So, yeah. How did you, I guess, get involved with the music industry in the first place? Like, how'd you get involved in music in the first place, rather?
Well,
Like-
music.
Yeah.
Well, I was very young, like maybe 10 or 11 years old, when I was like, I want to learn how to make electronic music. Like, I specifically wanted to make like stuff like trance and techno, because like that was like fucking hot back then. And also, like, at the same time, I got really invested in Vocaloid for the first time. And then I thought like, hey, I want to make Vocaloid music. I want to make the cute kawaii music thingy, whatever. So I started out. I tried FL. It didn't go well. So like after a few months of experimenting, I like pretty much just tossed it aside for a while, until like a year later when I figured, hey, actually I want to get back into making music again, like making electronic music, because then I found Deadmau5 and Skrillex and those usual answers, like everyone will tell you, oh, my inspirations are Skrillex, Deadmau5, whatever. So like yeah, as stereotypical as it is, they were the reason I got back into making music because I wanted to make. I found my love for house and electro music, and also dubstep. So I wanted to start making dubstep first, actually, but I never figured out how to make it. So I just stuck with electro for a while. So I made Complextro, to be specific. So I made like the first 2-3 years of Rapcaster, I made Complextro only. Um, I got involved with the music industry around like 2012, 2013, because I found out that you can actually like there's smaller labels that will take your music, and that was like fucking cool to me because I was like, oh, I want to be taken seriously. I want to do this seriously. And I had met my first group of friends back then. So like everyone was talking about getting music on labels, selling music online, getting it played out by DJs, and getting into DJing themselves. So I started releasing music, and yeah, like most of my old releases are still there, but they're really bad. Please do not listen to them. Like there's some really bad stuff in my early years. And like if I had a choice, I would just be like everything before Get Mad is not a thing.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
you
you
can
can at
always
least see
delete them
the
now.
Well, I can't because they're all like on various labels, on very
Oh,
smaller
okay.
electro labels, and I
That's
can't really. Um,
yeah, but you can at least see your personal development and see like you can go
yeah, I
back
guess.
and be like, "Yo, this is what I was doing back then. Holy
Yeah,
shit!" You know?
that's something that I do a lot actually. Like some nights I'll just like go through my old discography and listen to what I made like 5 years ago, and it's just like nice to go back and look at what I like, how much I've grown, or like how much better my music was back then.
yeah.
Do you ever want to go back and like remake those songs if you have the stems and stuff
Yes,
for it?
yes. The problem is with most of my old music, it's made in FL, and I switched to Bitwig Studio about 4 or 5 years ago. And I still have the project files, but I don't have all the plugins anymore that I used to
Right.
use.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident with I'm pretty comfortable in Bitwig now. So I could technically just remake them from scratch,
Right.
all those tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, you've definitely been in the game for, I guess, a pretty decent amount of time. So, I mean, with I'd say like your first, what would you say like your first like I guess breakout release was? The thing that kind of like I guess put your name on the map.
I'd say it's like either I'm Here or actually Get Mad EP, because like I'm Here was the track that got me noticed by Fox Stevenson and his manager, and Get Mad was the EP that resulted from that discovery. But like that's when I actually like properly popped into the scene. Like Get Mad blew up and everyone was listening to it, and yeah, it was overwhelming back then.
I mean, it must have like right. Fucking. Did you wait? Hold on. You because you don't currently. Oh, you don't. By the way, you don't currently use FL, right? You use
No,
what do you use right now?
Bitwig Studio.
Okay. Fucking. How did you make that transition? Like.
So yeah, so my friend Insane like actually he first got Bitwig, and then he he kept telling me like, "Yo, Bitwig is so fucking sick. You got to try it out." And I was like, why not?" So I bought it, and then I like started using it, and I thought, "Hey, I want to actually start using this for real because it's pretty cool." And to be fair, the way that Bitwig is built actually helps with my workflow because it's more linear. Because like FL is still a pretty like freestyle,
FL is
and
literally like they just you can put anything in any order you want and it's fucking chaos all the time.
yeah,
Yeah. As someone who produces with FL, I can vouch for that. I feel like I've used other programs before, like I've used Logic, Cubase, tiny bit of Ableton, and like I can really like each one has its own like signature workflow,
Mm-hmm.
and it's each like whenever I use something different, it's like I kind of have to adapt my head into that kind of workflow.
Absolutely. Just like even like not only the interface, but just how stuff actually works as
Yeah.
well.
And especially just like learning the default plugins and default, synthesizers and whatnot of each different program. It's going to be different, and, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting that you mentioned Bitwig because that's the first time I've ever heard of it. Have you guys heard of it either? Or...
I heard
so I
of
think
it because of Rob. That's like the first
Yeah.
instance of anybody I knew who like used it. And I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, like this is my first time actually looking at it. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's relatively new. It's like maybe four. Like, I don't know when exactly it released. Like I'm pretty sure it was in the last 5 years. The first release was in 2014,
Got it.
so it's about 6 years old. It's made by ex-Ableton developers, so that's why it's pretty similar to Ableton, but it's not It's not really Ableton.
Yeah, it looks like a strange blend of like FL and Ableton. Like at least
Yeah.
the interface.
The UI definitely looks like that. Like
Mhm.
I prefer Bitwig's UI to Ableton's UI actually, because for some reason I can't wrap my head around like the playlist name, like the channel names being on the right side instead of the left side. Because like for me instinctively I look to the left first. But
Mhm.
that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, that I'm just realizing. Oh yeah, that is a difference in that. Fucking, I don't know. Like for me for some reason it's like it is easier to look at the right for some odd reason. There must be like just
Yeah.
some kind of something there. It's like what certain people must have like certain like I guess. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Is it spatial reasoning? Is that what I'm thinking of? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Maybe.
It's also like what you're used to as well, because I mean
Yeah.
most file like view, all the window stuff is always normally on the top left. So you're kind of your mind is sort of trained in that sense even before you open up a DAW.
Hmm.
Like when you open up like I don't know, Google Chrome or Firefox, they usually utilize the left space a lot more than the right with tabs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Downloads, whatever.
Who still uses Firefox though?
I do.
A lot of people.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I was
I
using
used
it
to
for a
use
while.
Firefox.
Okay. Wait, no, it's not
Firefox.
Firefox that I'm
Oh my
thinking of.
God.
What's the other one that I'm thinking of that no one uses? Not Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer.
Not
Edge.
not Edge. There's another one.
Origin?
Opera?
It might be that.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Victor. What's the one that Ryan uses?
Vivaldi.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who uses?
I
it?
use that.
Who uses Vivaldi?
I'm actually
Vivaldi?
using it now. The reason why I'm using it is because I like the workflow, and the version of Vivaldi that I'm using is like based off Chromium.
Hmm.
I just like the way it looks, and like after a period of time of using one browser for long enough, I kind of got bored of it and just like I needed something different. So I switched from Chrome to Vivaldi, and before Chrome I was using Firefox for a bit. Just back and forth Chrome, Firefox.
I am so helplessly reliant on Chrome. I got all my passwords and things, and like I work a lot using, Google.
Yeah.
Things
I mean,
like Google Drive. I got my YouTube channel, and so like it's all there.
yeah, I mean, I've used a lot of Google products, and the thing is that since this version of Vivaldi that I'm using is based off of Chromium, you can log in just like you can on Google Chrome, and it'll have all your passwords and keychains and everything. So
I'm waiting for Google Glass.
that so the thing is that
Man.
it's such a cool concept, and I love it, and I would love to have them in person, but they made it strictly available only for businesses, which kind of sucks.
Google
for
Glass?
I don't
the
get
user.
that.
Yeah, I mean they have it. Like there's Google Glass 2. It's strictly for business. It's like Amazon probably has it.
Wasn't like the screen like maybe the size of a fucking dime? It was like this big on like just
Yeah,
one
I mean
little
because it's
thing.
up to your eye. Yeah.
But that's still like that's nothing.
Yeah, but do you want your whole screen or like do you want the whole screen in your face? Like
I
in
would
your
like
eye?
it to be like, you know, like an actual like set of glasses that just kind of like has a screen kind of.
It's like VR, but like you can see the actual world.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and you can move
That's
it
AR.
if you want to.
That's augmented reality. It's like
Dude,
AR,
Pokemon Go AR.
yeah.
My favorite
Oh,
AR
yeah.
game. My favorite AR game, Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Bro, I just can't wait for them to actually like make glasses. Like they have it, but it's just like used for businesses and stuff because it's not fully developed for,
Yeah, but
I guess, daily
what would businesses use it for anyways? Like I don't-
tracking inventory, like
Oh right, yeah, true.
as well as just like locations. So I'm assuming like Amazon probably uses them for like a where's this thing located at. But
Hmm.
it really sucks. It's probably because the price was so ridiculously high when it initially came out, and it was so like low, not low effort, but like there wasn't a lot you could really do with it. I remember like one of the bigger talking points was just like going to a location, like I don't know, just anywhere, like the Grand Canyon. It would just tell you facts about it. And that's basically like that's it. So there wasn't that much you could really do
Whoa.
with it. Yeah, there's not.
Yeah, and
Like I could pull out my iPhone and do the same thing, but
yeah, it's like
if there was
Yeah,
The-
but with
the-
Google Glass, it's here.
with Google,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Google Glass, it also just doesn't shut the fuck up about it. So you can't stop it. You just get to the Grand Canyon, and then for the 3 hours you're there, it will only be telling you facts about the Grand Canyon.
Oh god, just nonstop.
Just-
just a nonstop Google Assistant voice just ringing in your ear.
That'd be
I wish you could
that'd be
play with it.
awful.
dude, I just want to sit down with it and just like play around with it and just like actually figure out like what could they do better and stuff, or like because it's such a cool concept. Like genuinely, like I cannot wait until they have regular glasses that just do the same exact thing, but like actually have like AR. Like things
Imagine
I feel like,
Like-
it's gonna cause like I feel like if Google
So many
Glass
issues.
would cause so many like accidents because there's already accidents with people like looking down at their phone, and when your phone is on
it would
your face,
fuck up your eyes too, like
Yeah.
over time.
I mean, just wearing glasses itself, I think they fuck.
you're
up your
gonna
eyes
get
anyway.
you're gonna get fucking farsighted from wearing glasses.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, bruh.
Yeah, but one of the scary things is like what possible shit could happen if they do exist, such as like, say that you have these AR glasses and you're just walking around in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Companies can like sit down and like pay Google to put ads in the world. So you're just like kind of walking around,
You
and
do.
then imagine you're looking at a building, and like some company like Starbucks decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna pay money, so that instead of seeing this fucking building, you just see a Starbucks ad.
That-
Imagine just
Oh,
like
that's
pop-ups
dystopian
appearing.
as
You
shit.
actually have to
Yeah.
like fucking slap and fucking like the pop-ups away.
Imagine getting like a malware bug on your Google Glass.
Oh god.
bro.
Pop up after pop up after pop up.
So like really dodgy shit. Like
Yeah, this sounds like some like
Black
dystopian cyberpunk 2077 shit.
Bro. I
Like
cannot wait for that fucking game. Holy shit.
or I can't wait to walk around in the city minding my own business and suddenly get asked for penis enlargement pills. Right in my face.
Dude, it's so great. It's like it's listening to what you're saying, and you're like, hey man, it's like,
Mm.
and then
You're
you're like on a date, and then it just asks you like, fucking, you get an ad for like Viagra or some shit.
during the day, in
Yeah,
the middle of it,
it's
just like
just
on
like-
her face.
Oh, that would suck.
like catered like ads based on data from your God, the amount of privacy breaches that could happen with a fucking Google Glass
Dude,
is
Yeah.
intense. It's insane. They are
Absolutely.
having this in our pockets is already enough of a data breach,
Absolutely.
you know.
and then imagine that just even like 10 times more than that.
Now
really.
imagine if the Google Glass had a camera on it, so you could record your memories essentially. So like you just like whenever you're walking
probably
around, it
would,
just streams
wouldn't it?
data. Huh?
Wouldn't it? It doesn't it already?
Yeah.
Didn't it already have that?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, just like if we had it now, just like
Mm-hmm.
It's
imagine
like,
it just streams data
it'd
that
be
you
like
look
the
at
what's that Black Mirror
to the
episode where
cloud
they
or
got that
something.
like fucking little like thing in where they could like rewind everything they see.
Yeah, literally that, but it's like on your
You know what
face.
I'm talking
It's
about,
just, you
Rob?
know.
No, I've only seen one Black Mirror episode.
Which episode did you see?
It was the VR episode, I think. The where they like this guy test like
Oh, where
this
he's in
guy's
the
like stuck
game. They
somewhere.
play test.
Yeah, it
They
was.
they play test the game. He's like, and then he dies.
Yeah, like no, like it's so, it was, like I was on a plane while watching it. And I was like, yeah, I'll check out Black Mirror. Yeah, that's fun.
Nah.
And then, am I allowed to spoil it?
I mean,
It's been
It's
out.
been out. Like, if it's
Okay.
the same episode, I think
out.
you're talking about. It's been out for like
Yeah,
years
like,
at this
it's-
point.
Yeah. Like it was one that was recommended to me. Like it was like, hey, you got to watch these and these, like this and this episode. Like the person gave me like 5 or 6 episodes. or
And
something.
each episode's written by a different person. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like
Mm.
it's like an anthology series.
God.
I think.
The
Yeah.
fucking end of that episode where he just screams and dies. That was so fucking freaky to me. And then like they're like, oh yeah, so this guy would like they get they get the report out and they write down the number of how long he was alive.
And it was like
It was like 0.03 seconds or something. That's
Yeah.
like that was
I-
so fucking
he
weird.
died in 0.03 seconds, and the last thing he
God,
God,
fucking.
that was so freaky.
It's like, dude, it was fucking VR in a VR in a fucking. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Mm.
Black Mirror is crazy. Like I love the show, but I can't watch it all the time because it's genuinely depressing. Like I remember, like after because all of the stuff is possible. That's like
Yeah,
the
it's
reality
like-
of the show.
Yeah, it's the fact that it's like it's in the future, but it's like in near future, and it's something that like we're already on our way to experiencing, which is like
Yeah.
Mhm.
which makes me like it makes it like super fucking terrifying sometimes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the appeal of Black Mirror.
Have you seen?
Like there's this one episode where they're sitting on like bicycles.
That one's so fucking freaky.
Yeah,
That one's just weird, man.
And
I
their
didn't know
life
what
is
to
like
think.
a game show. Like it's ridiculous. Like they sit in a like white room and there's ads everywhere and like it's ridiculous. He just like he wants to go to sleep and these ads will start popping up and he has to pay money to like get rid of it or like credits, and the way he gets credits is by riding this bicycle. So it's like a loop. It's fucked up. He wants
Oh my
toothpaste. He has to pay for it with the credit.
And then like
Yeah.
the only way you can get out of it is to go on this kind of like game show looking thing where you have to like show off your talent, and then depending on what your talent is, they'll like give you a job either as like there's like singers, and then there's also the fucking porn channel, and then there's like all that shit, and then like you either get assigned to one of those, and then like he goes in and like threatens to kill himself, and then they're like, I like your attitude, and then he gets a show where he threatens to kill himself over and over again.
Yeah, and then he's a part of it because when they're riding the bicycles, they're watching these shows. And these people are addicted to these shows.
So-
like then he becomes the person that's being watched.
So
Fucking
there's no
crazy.
escape.
Yeah.
Basically.
And like he gets to live slightly a better life, and like the whole idea is like he wants to go see nature and shit. And like he finally can see nature, but it's still like synthetic in a way.
Matt, wasn't there this one movie about like God, what was it about? Like, how do I explain this? This one movie where there's like, yeah, there was like gamers. So basically, they basically have these avatars, but these avatars are real people.
Avatar?
What? No, no, no! Like, fuck! I forget the name of the movie, but it was basically like esports players. Like, they were playing video games, but these video games were actually like real people, like prisoners, being assigned a player. They would fight
That's
to the death, and like
fucked up.
actually like kill each other, and like there's this.
I don't
and,
remember.
Like they had to. I
No.
don't remember the name of that movie, but it was so fucking
You
weird.
know what? I don't know if this is the same thing that you're talking about, but there was like this one YouTube series
Oh
called
yeah,
like,
VGHS.
Video Game
It
High
wasn't.
School.
It wasn't
Yeah.
that, but I'm like I know. I was thinking about that too, because it's like they
I'm pretty sure
Something
they
it's
just
similar.
they just acted it out, but like I feel like
Fucking
this
Freddie
is
W.
Yep. Beast.
Freddie W. Rocket Jump, man.
Yep.
Rob's looking up fucking gamer movie.
I'm looking up the gamer movie.
Gamer
Ready Player
movie.
No, it's not Ready Player One, is it?
No.
It's literally called Gamer. That's the
Bruh.
movie I was talking about.
I haven't seen that.
You run us through the synopsis. What is the synopsis of Gamer?
Synopsis, let's see.
Literally called
2009
Gamer
film.
2009.
Plot. Oh my god. I'm not gonna read this whole fucking text on Wikipedia. Let's see if IMDb has a synopsis. Oh. In a future mind-controlling game, death row convicts are forced to battle in a Doom-type environment. Convict Cable, controlled by Simon, a skilled teenage gamer, must survive 30 sessions in order to be set free. Basically, yeah.
They got Ludacris
That's
in it,
wild,
so you know it's
dude.
good. And Terry Crews.
Yeah, it was a fucking weird movie, but like, it was interesting because like they had this whole rebellion thing going on. Like, oh shit, we gotta break free from this game. It's fucking crazy. And like this fucking guy had to put all his trust in his gamer.
In his game.
Like this fucking teenage, like fuck, they have teenage boys fucking playing out these games with real fucking people. And how can they fucking live with that? Like,
Bro, that
knowing,
sounds like
oh,
a fun game show.
I'm playing this video game, but like the guy I'm controlling is a real person.
Yeah, dude.
Like they're like, okay, the thing is like they're death row convicts, so like they're probably
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, they're gonna die anyway, so might as well have fun.
Well, what if they just?
That's fun.
What if they just don't
That's
know?
so like,
What if they just are
I don't
unaware?
know. I'm not sure if they're aware of that. Like, I would have to watch it again. But it was like,
It's like Ender's Game.
Yeah, where they
what?
Yeah, an Ender's Game. They're like, they're taught like battle strategies with fucking video games, and then there's the final test, and they battle strategy, and they win the simulation, and then realize they actually just won the war and sacrificed like 10,000 people and fucking shit, and they blew up a planet, like an actual planet, and they're just like and they're just like 12-year-old kids, and they're like. It's like, what do you mean we won the war? It's like there was a simulation. They're like, no, it wasn't. You just had remote control of like fucking. You just had remote control of like 100,000 manned ships.
Fucking hell.
I gotta read that book. I haven't. Is it a movie too?
It's a movie too. I've
Okay.
heard.
Just watch the
I'm
movie.
pretty sure the book is better. Like,
Asa Butterfield killed it though.
who's that?
The main actor.
The kid?
Yeah.
I've never seen any of his other movies.
Bruh, really?
Taps, where are you?
I'm in my kitchen making food.
Yo, he's cooking.
He's
Yeah.
Bro, dude, I wish I need to sit down and like genuinely learn how to cook, because I can't cook for shit. Like I remember like maybe like a year or two ago, I sat down and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make these fucking pre-made brownies, right? I bought one pack and I tried making it. I made it too soggy. Okay. Now listen, I was like, all right, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna do these fucking brownies. I love brownies. I'm gonna do it again. So I went, got another pack, went home, tried to make it again. I like basically burnt them.
Man, you gotta. Honestly, with baking, you gotta watch your food. Like you gotta watch your.
I can cook, I just can't bake. Like,
It's
baking is
really
an art
like
I feel like baking
I
is
mean-
easier for me, because it's like, you know,
yeah, like
it's just mixing.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, like it's not that hard. You just have to like know your oven and also like actually periodically check your food. Like that's how you burn it. Because like some ovens are like they are hotter than others, or like they disperse the heat differently. So like you gotta check. Like it's really finicky sometimes. Like some things are easier to bake. Like some like maybe like a normal loaf cake. It's not that hard to fuck up. But then there's things like meringues, or
Oh, I don't even
Macaron.
know how the fuck people make meringues. That shit's like
Yeah.
what even
I've-
is it?
I've made a pavlova before, and that's like basically just a giant meringue. And
gotta-
it's not that hard if you don't if you don't just leave it in the oven for like 5 hours and just walk away and you
Yeah.
come back and it's just burnt to a crisp.
I mean, I didn't burn it that bad, but like you kind of tell. It was
a little
alright.
bit crispy.
Yeah, and like the third time around, I think I got it, but
But
I mean,
also,
I just gotta devote the time to do it.
yeah, also,
How?
make brownies from scratch. They're way better.
Yeah, I bet. It was just like a thing that I was like, I want brownies. I don't know how to fucking make them. I'm just gonna go ahead and
Man,
do
that's
whatever
what-
I can.
That's what food YouTube is for, really. Just like there's so many good cooking YouTube channels. Like
Including Gordon Ramsay's. Including like he does a
Yeah.
lot. He does a lot of like
Yeah,
you know,
I've seen some of them, but like
especially his most
it's
recent
like-
ones.
I would, but I feel like he would get more subscribers if like he just did his cooking, but he also told you like how garbage you were simultaneously. I feel like he would get so many more views.
One of the last cooking videos I watched from him, he had his son with him, and they were making food.
Bro, his
His
son probably
son's
cooks
a
better
more
than me.
accomplished chef than I am.
Dude,
Yeah,
fucking
serious.
And his kid's like 8.
dude, fucking okay, Gordon Ramsay, it's like if you've ever seen like Master Chef, he's obviously like he's a fucking like obviously he like roasts the shit out of all of his chefs, right? But you watch Master Chef like for the children's one, and he's like the kindest person you'll ever see, and it's like such like a weird fucking perpendicular attitude.
Yes. See, the thing is with Gordon, like when you there's Kitchen Nightmares was also shown in the UK, and when you watch the UK episodes, he's completely different. He's not. He doesn't yell at people. He just like tells them off like in a normal stern voice. Like,
Dude,
but like
this
I think like the whole aggressiveness act, the aggressive act, just sells better in the US. That's why he does
yeah,
it.
it's also like the only thing that gets through to American people is the fact that you have to like
Screaming
yell
and
at
yelling.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, no, I'm not gonna say that.
What?
Oh, never mind. Let's continue.
Oh yeah, I got
Oh
you.
yeah.
I
Okay.
was gonna say it just doesn't fit the format of the show.
Yes, but
Fucking. All right.
I can't even cook rice.
Rice
How
is
can you
so
not
easy.
cook
if you
rice?
have a rice cooker.
Huh? What?
Eh,
Micah?
well, it's a little more tricky than pasta. I'll say that.
I don't have a rice cooker. I mean, pasta I can
Yeah, but
kind of do.
with a rice cooker, it's really easy.
Yeah, I don't have a
Like,
rice cooker.
I can't
And
cook
that's
rice
it.
in a pan. I don't know.
Yeah, everything I do is stovetop or oven because I don't even have a microwave. So
That's really depressing.
Hold on one sec.
Yeah, at least tell me you at least have like a hot water kettle.
of course, fuck yeah. I mean, everything's stovetop, so I have to. Tea is fucking bomb. I love tea.
Fucking Brit. I'm kidding.
What's wrong with tea, dude? What's wrong with tea,
Tea
huh?
is so good.
All right.
We're Americans. We threw tea into the harbor.
Yeah, we can talk shit about Rob while he's not here.
Hey!
Oh,
Yeah, fuck this guy.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
This just slowly went from a podcast to like just fucking chilling. Honestly.
Isn't that what how every show goes nowadays?
Yes, but like for the most part, we still have like some like talking. Not okay. We have talking points, but not really.
All
But
right.
I mean, we've been talking about fucking rice and shit for
And
like
Black
what?
Mirror and shit.
I mean that at least is like somewhat decent.
Do you want? Should we like? Want to talk about I guess a little bit of Kid Trevor, while we're here. You know, maybe give some like music talk a little bit.
How do I
Sure.
make that snare? You know that.
Shut the fuck up, Victor.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I guess what are your plans to like? What do you kind of envision, for Kid Trevor in the future?
Yeah, Kid Trevor is basically like I just want Kid Trevor to be dubstep bass music, basically like where I guess I'll like be a little bit less melodic. Just like I feel like the thing that people listen to my music the most for is melodic stuff.
Right.
So
I was gonna say what sucks, and at the same time, it's kind of cool, where like artists they put out music, and eventually they essentially get almost put in a genre or like a bubble, and like what sucks is like fans don't want you to get out of that
Yep.
bubble, but the artist definitely want to transition out.
That
And it's definitely become a trend within like EDM, at least, like where artists will start doing a second name for themselves.
Yeah.
Like you see it with Deadmau5 with Test Pilot. Dylan Francis has his like DJ whatever he does with trance.
DJ Hanzo.
Yeah. And it's funny as fuck, but like it sucks because like they can't put it on like whatever like on like Dylan Francis or just like Deadmau5. Like they have to put it to the side project because people will be upset.
Well, they can, but it's not the best idea. Yeah,
Exactly.
Which
Like,
sucks.
If you don't brand yourself as a all-around artist from the start, people will get upset.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I feel like I was a little late with my project split off because I did try. Like I made dubstep for like 4 years, and I made them like primarily dubstep for like 2 or 3 years now. And like every time I would put something out, and people would be like, "Oh, that's not your style." And then I'm like,
How the
to
fuck
them,
do
I'm
you
like,
know what my
"Have you-
style
What
is?"
is my style? Yeah.
This
have
is
you
my
not
style. I
listened to
fucking made it.
anything?" Yeah, like fuck. Like those comments, like they kept coming, and then I was like really upset about that. Like I got really upset about it. Like sometimes.
Yeah, we've had artists on who've had the same experiences, and I can't really name them off my head because we have like 50 episodes now.
Yeah, I think.
But
Yeah, most people they either have to fucking either make a new alias, like you for example, or like I'd say they just have to continue like fucking pushing it and just like know for a fact that or like make sure like get the point across. I'm not going back to whatever I was doing before.
Like Getter.
Like fucking
Yeah.
like Getter or like I'd say
Man,
like
Getter.
Stonebank. He doesn't really do any more like happy hardcore shit, but he goes for like the harder like I guess more hard style occasionally, but he does like this kind of weird trappy stuff now.
people
I
should just
feel-
be able to release whatever they want,
I
honestly.
mean, obviously
Yeah,
that's
like that's not how that's not how the industry works, unfortunately. Like
You make dubstep music, you have to make dubstep music your whole life, but
make up some music.
Yeah, 'cause,
it has
like,
to be like 4 on the floor, right
that's
banger.
just a huge thing about branding, like consistency. Like,
yeah.
people have to come back. Like people have to know what they come back to or what they can expect.
Yeah, when
And
they
the-
see the name, they're gonna know, like, oh, this is what
Yeah.
I'm gonna be listening to. Like, when you
Like,
hear
that's why-
Excision, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Savant worked, because Savant always made whatever the fuck he wanted for
Right.
like his entire career. Like every time he would put out an album, and it would be like fucking everything, like electro house, glitch hop, dubstep, drum and bass, whatever. And like everyone ate it up because they knew, oh, Savant, he's this guy who pushes out one album every 3 months. That's crazy, and yeah, he does that.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
album every
that's-
3 months is crazy.
Yeah, that's
I've been working on individual tunes for over a year. Just putting out an album in 3 months, that scares the hell out of me. The amount of talent that requires.
I mean, you could just push trash out, but like,
But he doesn't push trash.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Savant.
like,
Savant's a savant.
yeah.
All right. How far are we in this episode already? Oh, we're almost at the end actually. So
oh snap.
yeah, I mean like I guess since, you know, we're at the end of our episode here, is there like I guess any last words that you want to give to anybody listening out there? Any like I guess fucking I don't know. Got any like dating advice or something?
What?
I don't fucking know, man. Like literally
Bro,
put out
it's quarantine.
advice?
Listen, we need some advice.
Fuck
bro.
Marco.
dude, I'm like saying literally fucking say anything. I don't care. Do you have any advice on how to cook rice? Maybe Victor could like
Yes.
learn off of that.
Use a rice cooker, man. Those things are magic. But rinse your rice. Fucking rinse it.
Yes.
Just rinse it 3 times. That's like it's easy. It's done in 1 minute. You don't even need to get out a fucking sieve. Just put it in the pan pot thingy, whatever. Just put it in the pot. Yeah, put it in the pot. Like just put in some water. Swish it around for a second, and then just like put your hand in and like just slowly drain it out like that. That's easy. Then you just do that 3 times, and then boom,
All right.
rinse rice.
Those are gonna be your.
Then use your finger to measure it like a real Asian person. Just use your finger, like just put your finger on top of the rice like this, and then just go like this. Oh yeah, that's how much water you need. Done. Easy. There's your rice cooking tips.
Fuck yeah.
That's what we're gonna. Those are the last words we're gonna end on for you. Just fucking rice cooking tips. Unless you want to end on
Hell
anything
yeah.
else.
I don't know. New music in 2021, I guess.
All right.
No, like, God, I've been slacking, and I'm really sorry about that. It's just life's been crazy, and I had a job until like last month. But yeah, like, I am trying my best to get the ball rolling again by 2021. So expect more music then.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're getting 7 albums out in 2021.
Man, I've been trying to plan an album for 5 years. I made like 4 iterations, like 4 track. Like I remade the track list 4 times. I renamed it. Like kept making up new concepts, and I never went through with it because I was just like too impatient and like I just couldn't. I just never got around to working on it. But like this time, I actually want to do it. So I really hope that I can like get an album done in 2021. That'll just be my my greatest piece of work. Like,
Yeah, and
I
at
don't
some
wanna-
point you just gotta say fuck it and just put it out because like as much as you want to keep reiterating and changing stuff over and over.
See, the thing is, I don't really spend that much time. Like when I have a good track, I don't really spend that much time being like, oh, this little thing that I mixed up is not good. I just like, I finish it, and when I think it sounds good, I'll push it out. Like I don't have those 20-hour mixdown sessions. I don't, because I mix on the go. Because like, I just don't understand. Like I never understood like how we can put off mixing until the end. But that's just the way I learned how to make music. It's like I'm sure there will be people thinking like, "Oh, Rob's a fucking idiot. Why is he mix on the go? How could he do that?"
I do the same thing. It's just like mixing it down as you add elements makes it so much easier to differentiate between each of like the little different elements and different tracks in your tunes, so you can remember where everything is in the kind of audio, spectrum of the tune, and it makes it much easier. And then, of course, once you're done with the tune,
you're done with it.
You're done with the mixing, and all you have to do is master.
Yeah, but like also, I want my works in progresses to be, works in progresses? My whips to be listenable. Like I want to be able to listen to them and be like, oh shit, this bangs, or this fucking sucks, bro.
When you send it out, it's like, yeah, this is a work in progress. This is my first draft,
Yeah. But yeah, like my issue is more starting tracks than finishing tracks. That's the thing.
I have an issue finishing tracks. I can start a track, but I can't finish it.
Same. Exactly.
All right. Well, on that note, Rob, do you want to go ahead and plug everything you have? Like, where can people find you? Where can
All right. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on SoundCloud. You can find me on Instagram. You can technically find me on Facebook, but I don't really use Facebook anymore because
no one does.
Facebook pages are Facebook
hey,
pages
bro,
have been
Infinite uses
dead for
Facebook.
years.
Yeah, but Infinite is
I
Infinite
use
is
my
the social
personal
media
Facebook
guru.
to talk to people, but I don't use my Facebook pages
yeah.
anymore because I don't see the point.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to have a higher chance of reaching me, because I'm terrible at responding to messages, and I'm really sorry about that. Use Twitter.
All right.
At Rob Gasser Music.
Okay.
Everywhere.
So for everybody listening, I'll put everything for Rob will be down in the description. I guess everything for Kid Trevor will be down there as well if you want to check that out.
Sure.
Everything for me, Taps and Victor will be there, and everything for the podcast will be there as well. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for fucking just comment down below that you want Taps to get a lamp or something.
I'll turn on the sun real quick.
I gotta fix my camera.
Whoa! You could have done that the whole time.
I didn't want to.
Maybe you should. Dude.
I've got these cool. I mean, I'm gonna get another LED strip right up here, so then I'll actually be lit up and cool and shit.
Man, I have an LED strip, but it fell off the wall. Now it's just it's just laying.
Oh yeah,
the walls of my room.
adhesives suck.
Well, on that note, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Thank you, Rob, for coming on. We will see everybody else in the next episode.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.